Hi Pisces, BaileeBee here with an intuitive reading to help you check out your subconscious, see what's going on. I hope your day is going lovely so far. Thank you for being here. I intend for this reading to give you something fascinating to think about. I encourage you to check in with your own intuition and confirm what's resonating with you and leave what's not. I hope you can use this information to grow into a more safe and fulfilling life. I need more likes and subscribers, so if you're enjoying my reading so far, please give the video a like and consider joining our community of subscribers. It's super appreciated. It'll help me continue to bring these great readings to you that I so enjoy. So today we have something a little bit different in store, which I'm really excited about. This here is the Visionary I-Ching cards, and it's by Paul O'Brien, and the artwork, which is some of my absolute favorite on a deck, is by Joan Larimore. And it's a little bit different reading than we're used to. It's using the I-Ching wisdom. And you choose 2 cards, and it shows you where you are coming from and where you are headed to. And then you read which parts of the cards are different than one another. And that's how you gain the advice. So it's a really cool system. I super enjoy using it. And it has a lot more of that Eastern philosophy infused into it rather than Western philosophy that impacts the tarot. Not obviously in hard lines like that, but it's just sort of a different vibration, different type of reading, which I really, really love. Okay, so I'm going to pick the top 2 cards here. We have Keeping Still, so this is where we're at, and Oppression, this is where we're headed. So it's really interesting. If you see the artwork here for Keeping Still, it's 2 mountains, fairly the same size, and there's a lot of flow sort of heading across the mountains, but they are standing firm and strong in their place in the world. It's a very calm feeling. There is, the coolness of night here, but then over the mountains we see, a little bit of that burning red light that the sunrise or sunset brings us. So keeping still, the symbols for keeping still is up here. It's mountain above and mountain below. So what it is it stacks 2 symbols, one on top of the other, and according to how those symbols relate is what the card meaning reflects. So we've got mountain above, mountain below, 2 of the same symbols repeating. And then we have oppression, which means probably different than you're thinking off the bat. We have this awesome display here of this riverbed, river or stream. Lots of abundance growing in here, grass, through these winding, gentle hills. So there's a lot of peace in this card as well. And you have sort of a lower perspective here from the artist. So you're kind of looking up at the landscape as opposed to, in this particular set where you're looking, kind of straight on or down at the landscape. So that's a good thing to keep in mind while we're looking at these cards. The last thing I want to point out here in this card is the stormy clouds behind. We have the symbol for lake above and water below. So, like I said, each of these symbols, lake, water, mountain, they all have a meaning in the I-Ching. And how the two are relating to each other is how we get the card oppression. So lake above, water below. And we're going from keeping still to oppression. So let's get the book out. Alright, so we have number 52, keeping still here. Mountain above, mountain below, like I said before. Regular periods of rest are an important aspect of personal development and evolution. The most relaxed person may not be the one who sleeps 12 hours a day, but the one who knows how to grab a nap while cruising at 600 miles per hour at 35,000 feet. Learning to act when it's time to act, and to be still when it is wise to be still, is the key to obtaining peace of mind that helps you stay alert when clear focus is needed. I love that. I'm going to say that again. The most relaxed person may not be the one who sleeps 12 hours a day, but the one who knows how to grab a nap while cruising at 600 miles per hour at 35,000 feet. Consider the spine, which serves as a switchboard for all of the nerves of the body that mediate movement. When the spine is kept flexible and healthy through proper rest and relaxation, active movement can be undertaken without strain. When the spine is held erect in a balanced sitting posture, the inner balancing of meditation can take place. Treat your vitality as if it were a candle in the wind. Protect it as if it were the only light in a dark forest on a moonless night. Avoid external conditions that threaten to snuff out this precious flame, and be careful not to suffocate it with your ambitions or worries. Call time out, relax, take your shoes off, and sit a spell. Let go of thinking, meditate on just being. It's so beautiful, and it's such a reminder that if you're trying to accomplish great things, you can only do that with periods of keeping still as well as periods of movement. So we'll go about this by looking at both cards and seeing what are the differences in the symbols here. So we have line 1 is the same, line 2 is changing, line 3 is changing, line 4 and 5 and 6 are all changing. So we will be reading line 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I don't know if you can see those there, if that makes sense. But it's going to be a good, meaty reading here. So line 2 advises, if you find yourself being led by someone going down a misguided path, leave them to their fate, or you may well become lost along with them. When the road leads nowhere, slow down to a standstill. In a case like this, stopping to sit by the side of the road brings good fortune. So Pisces, the advice here is to take your time and to take a pause and make sure that you are all together before you make a move. You want to always make sure that you have your wits about you. And sometimes action is not always the thing in the moment, right? It's harder in our culture to understand that taking time to do nothing is actually doing something. All right, line 3. Trying to induce rest through forced rigidity is like expecting a computer to write poetry. All right, so we have line 4 now. Bring this a little closer for you again. Line 4, letting go of the ego's agenda facilitates a deeper kind of rest. Though sometimes the easiest way to let go is to satisfy the ego's desires first, if they're harmless. Those who are able to move through the world with indifference to the ego's agendas are most free. Letting your heart rest in calmness is a part of this process and will help you achieve your desired outcomes. A deeper and more satisfying level of consciousness awaits those who can let themselves be still as needed. So again, there's a call here for being still, being restful, but using it as needed, right? Not with a rigid form of, forced restfulness, but one that comes intuitively, letting your heart be calm. And also, if you're hungry, don't starve yourself. Go get something to eat. Don't make yourself exercise if you're too tired. When positive acceptance of all of life has been achieved, what harm can follow? Peace and good fortune will await you. So that's an amazing line there for you, Pisces. Peace and good fortune are awaiting you, especially if you accept your chaos with a bit of composure, right? We just literally talked about this in last reading, about how Pisces, we're really good at juggling all the things and maintaining that composure during a time of chaos when things are just kind of going all over the place. And it's one of our biggest gifts. So here's an encouragement to double down on that gift, Pisces, and be proud of what you have. Be proud of the fact that you can maintain this sort of acceptance of the way life is and continue to work in this chaotic world. It's such a noble achievement, and it will absolutely 100%, no doubt about it, bring you peace and good fortune in the end. So that's such a positive piece of advice, especially since it related to our last reading so much. I feel like it's especially meant for us, Pisces. Okay, so next we have this oppression card. I really think it's probably a lot more peaceful than the word oppression that we think of. It is the symbol of lake above, water below, like I said before. One image of oppression is a dried up lake bed with scavenger crows stalking the shoreline. Hard times can shrivel our spirits and give rise to a multitude of crows in the form of troublesome worries. Times of great loss or personal failure can break some people, but the strong of heart are able to bend with their fate. Another call to flexibility, Pisces. To endure hard times or even benefit from them, you are called upon to tap the deepest stratum of your identity, which is stronger than fate and incorruptible by even the harshest realities. I love that idea that the deepest part of you is stronger than your fate, and it is also absolutely incorruptible even by the harshest of realities. That part of you is inside of you, Pisces. Don't ever forget it. During hard times, it's especially essential to tap into that wellspring of human endurance, hope. So hope is what sets us apart from robots, right? If there is anything. If you can maintain that hope, even if you feel that it's an irrational hope, it doesn't matter. Just its mere existence can make your life better and push you forward through the hardest of times. And I think it's one of our greatest gifts as human beings. In one sense, there is no such thing as failure. There is only sweet and sour reality. Often, more is learned from sour than from sweet. As for our failures, as hard as they may be to accept, they can open your eyes, reawakening a clarity of vision only known by those who have risked and tasted disappointment. So only those of us who have risked and tasted disappointment can have this type of clarity of vision, Pisces. So be proud of the fact that you have tasted disappointment, because without it, you would not have the clarity of vision that you have, that those around you might not have. They have not tasted disappointment the way you have. This clarity and learning is the silver lining of dark clouds. And we talked about that last reading too, how you can always find a lesson in the silver lining in a dark cloud. And that's one of our biggest strengths, Pisces. We can embrace our dark side and our light side and use them both for lessons and goodness. When you are in the throes of difficult circumstances, it is important to be strong on the inside while remaining cheerfully quiet on the outside. Avoid too much talking, except to your closest friends. Your words will have little effect on most others, since your influence will be at a low ebb, and aimless talking costs you vital energy. A strong silence is the most skillful posture when facing the public during adversity. So if any of you all are in the public eye, that's an amazing piece of advice. A strong silence is the most skillful posture when facing the public during adversity. It shows that your inner core is strong enough to withstand the current troubles, and it suggests that your recovery will be complete. At the same time, communicating openly with those you trust is also essential. In times of calamity, talking and feeling are a part of the healing. For those of you who dare to live fully and completely, failure, the final taboo in modern society, is but one part of the inevitable cycle of life's ups and downs. To never fail is to fail in the biggest way. By avoiding risk altogether, one will always fall short of what might have been. So what I'm seeing here, Pisces, is that you may be feeling down, you may be feeling worried, the crows may be circling, you may be going through a time of, a little bit less, Pisces, but if you can turn that energy into lessons learned and start gaining pride from how much you've learned and gained from these hard times, that pride, that hope, and that clarity of vision that you have earned through your struggles and your, just being courageous in the face of adversity, and honestly, just the simple act of continuing forward during hard times, even if you do need to be keeping still, resting, not talking as much to others. I think the idea that it's important to remain strong on the inside while remaining quietly cheerful on the outside. It's not to say that we are going to, have toxic positivity, right? There's a place where like denying your feelings makes things worse. And I think that's why the advice here is to talk to your closest friends, people who you trust, about your real feelings, but avoid mindless chatter, because that costs you vital energy that you need to be using to rejuvenate yourself, Pisces. So all that I think is just such amazing advice. And I can see how we're transforming here, from this period of keeping still. Maybe we're in a little bit of a freeze mode, maintaining our mental health and wellness while we're going through this tough period. But I'm definitely really happy for you that this Knight of Cups came out. It's one of my favorite cards in the deck, especially in this particular deck, because it is about so much emotional fulfillment. So I can guarantee you when you're getting through the other side of this, Pisces, you're going to feel so proud of yourself. Son of Swords upside down. And you're just going to be like, I don't know, filled with that clarity and that confidence that oh, that's the Ten of Cups. So you've got the Nine of Cups here. You've got the Sun of Swords reverse, which is the Knight of Swords reverse, which is that upright. It's that really kind of toxic, rushing around, being just like way too productive for your own good energy, really stressing yourself out, stressing out the people around you. You know, it's not a good energy, Pisces. So, I mean, it can be when you're in a good period of like tons of energy and vigor, but this is an energy of needing calm and peace. And the Ten of Cups just came out after the Nine of Cups. I'm like absolutely shocked by this. This is like absolute fulfillment, Pisces. This is fulfillment in all areas of your life: family, work, you know, your calling, your dharma, your friends. This is just everything working in tandem and giving to each other back and forth. So I'm really seeing that after we come out of this time of oppression, this, like I said, low tide, because we've been using our strengths to keep still, conserving our energy, only saying the things that are important, you know, kind of sticking to ourselves, going inward, we're manifesting this Nine of Cups within ourselves, Pisces, which is getting rid of this frantic energy that frankly nobody is into. It's really hard to be around somebody who has frantic energy, Pisces. And I know myself, like I am a super anxious person, and I'm trying to teach myself to, you know, do these calm rituals. One of them is being here with you and reading all this great advice. And then we've got the Sun of Cups on the bottom of the deck, which is the Knight of Cups. So here, the Sun of Cups is a very sensitive energy, someone who has been able to harness and, you know, cherish this cup of emotions that they have. But maybe you're not really seeing how much work you've really done to respect yourself and respect your emotions, Pisces. So give yourself a pat on the back for that. Let's see, this fourth energy that came out, and there was a couple that also flew out, I'll grab, is the Three of Pentacles. So it is this energy of working, Pisces, of climbing this difficult mountain. As we see here, you know, with the oppression card, we've got this same perspective where we're like looking upwards from the bottom of the mountain, looking towards like where we're headed. So it might feel more difficult right now, Pisces, on the bottom of the mountain. But look, you've got help here. You've got a team. It's there's three energies here that I'm seeing, Pisces. And maybe that's where your Ten of Cups is coming from, is you're really drawing some really solid people around you that are going to help you maintain that energy that you need to get to the top of this mountain, to overcome this oppressive energy that you're in right now. So really, really take a look around you, as was the advice earlier, to find out who are your real friends, who are your real family members that stick with you during the hard times, and lean on them. You know, not in frivolous ways, but if you really need to talk, don't be afraid to reach out, because those are the people that are going to help you get to the top of this mountain, Pisces, and are going to help you manifest this abundance and this complete fulfillment that we have here, the Ten of Cups. Okay, and lastly, for the advice that came out, we have the Nine of Wands and the Hermit card. So the Nine of Wands is, you know, just reiterating this idea that we're almost there. Here we are again at the bottom, looking towards the top where our final destination is. There's a moon here, so we might not be seeing the top quite yet. It might just still be kind of a mystery. It's almost like, how could we possibly keep going? We can't see anything in front of us. But the Nine of Cups is a cup of courage, or the Nine of Wands is a card of courage. All of these wands are hard-won trophies. Every step of the way, every new level that we've built for ourselves, Pisces, gets us to the next level above that and above that. So be proud of these Nine of Wands that you have earned, Pisces. You've earned this knowledge, this clarity, this help, and you built this, you know, like almost by yourself, Pisces. And like the amount of pride that you should take away from knowing that you've made it this far. You want it to be flexible, Pisces. If it's, you know, you going to get an ice cream at the end of the day to reward yourself, you know, a strict diet might not be the best thing for you at this time. You know, nurturing your insides, doing things that give you that hit of dopamine, that reward yourself and like make you, like give you a sense of comfort and just a little bit of joy is like the best way to sometimes care for yourself, Pisces. And I really want to encourage you to do what makes you feel good. Don't look outwards to what other people are telling you to do or accomplish or, you know, look to at this time. Look inside yourself and make yourself happy. Do the things that make you feel peace and calm, Pisces, whatever that thing may be, and you will move forward and through it to this ultimate fulfillment with the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups. We can't get to this place without the downtimes, without the lessons. So congratulations, Pisces, because you're getting there. You're working through it, and you are going to achieve this ultimate fulfillment that so many people never have the courage to keep going up those stairs in order to see sort of that light at the end of the tunnel, to really feel in their bones that feeling of ultimate fulfillment and satisfaction. So thank you for being here, Pisces. I know that was, sometimes it's hard to hear, but I'm here with you. Our collective and community is here with you. We're all wishing you the best, the most light, the most calm, the most peace. And if you like the video, please like it and subscribe. It really helps me grow the channel. I really want to keep bringing these positive readings to y'all because I feel like people really need this encouragement right now. So like I said, like the video. That'll really help out. Subscribe for more readings. I'm here every other day at the moment. So I will see you in the next reading. And as always, Pisces, live long and prosper.